Wisconsinites had an opportunity to discard their unwanted, unused, or expired medications in a safe way today. Prescription Drug Take Back Day is recognized nationally here in Dane County. 16 collection sites were open, making it easy for people to drive, walk, and even bike up and dispose of the medications. Dane County Safe Communities and the African American Opioid Coalition partner with several law enforcement agencies to host the event each year.
It's really nice seeing that the word's getting out and individuals are actually taking advantage of the safe disposal option instead of flushing their medication down the toilet or any other way to dispose it. So it's really great to see the community members come out and take charge in the safe disposal.
Safe Communities also offers Narcan, test strips, and drug lock boxes to prevent misuse of drugs in the community. More information can be found on our website, WMTV15news.com.